We are now recording the February 15th, 2019 Small Business Accounting Advisors. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, day after Valentine's Day.
You know, I just realized, Sarah, how many times I've watched the videos and I hear exactly that. Happy Friday. Like, I love it.
We're just like Mr. Rogers was. You know, we want to be the same and comforting.
I got my sweater on. I've got my sweater.
I like that. Just consistency on that one.
Yeah.
Just keep changing up our backgrounds and things.
And where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start with Matt and Linda today. Matt, what you got on your mind? What's happening tomorrow?
Actually, it's thanks to Linda. Linda has been talking with and working with Dan DeLong, who used to be the top. He worked with Intuit in the ProAdvisor support team for quite some time. Super knowledgeable gentleman who has he's basically branched out onto his own venture. So we're going to do a quick live stream interview with him tomorrow morning. I'll be posting it pretty soon on Facebook just to kind of hear a little bit about his story of how he got to where he's at today and what he's going to be doing next. So
Awesome.
Should be fun, right? And miss anything, Linda?
Nope, he's a great guy. All of you probably had a time or two that you talked to him. He was with Intuit for a really long time and way back in the desktop days, and he was one of the best guys ever.
Yeah, one of our favorites.
Absolutely. So you said morning. Do you have morning Pacific time, first of all?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what time are you going to be doing your watch party tomorrow?
Well, actually, I was going to do it a little bit early because I have like a full day tomorrow. I have, things that I need to do from lunchtime on. So I was going to try and get mine done around 10.
Perfect. So we were already planning to try to do 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be 12 Eastern.
Yeah, that'll work.
Wanted to reconfirm we wouldn't be conflicting with our friend, of course.
Wow. Then that did work out. That worked out really well. Perfect.
Okay.
So I'm going to segue a little bit into our YouTube and Facebook Watch Party and Facebook Live. Last week, when I tried to do the watch party on Facebook, things got confused on my computer. So I'm not really sure what the difference between live and watch party is. My sound got turned on while I was doing the watch party, and I have two computers, both were on, and I have two Facebook pages. One was personal and one was business, and I did the live on business and then was doing the watch party on my personal, but somehow the sound got connected and started coming through. Actually, Ernest was the one that told me, hey, we can hear you. I know, right?
That scares
a
me.
little bit disconcerting, but
Figure that out.
Well, I had to actually take it down and put up another version so that didn't come up that way.
Okay.
Technology
is fun, huh?
Pardon?
Technology is fun, huh?
It is. So I think this week I'm just going to do live and I'm going to leave the watch party alone. So if I do live, if someone else would like to do a watch party of the live, then that's fine. And
I
that's
don't get it. What's the difference?
Well, Mariette says she's going to tell us the difference.
Well, I'm going to walk through a little bit of it, and I want Matt and possibly Linda to jump in, Linda Artisani, because they've been doing them too. And then also I think we wanted to talk a little bit about watch party versus premiere versus live. So I'm going to kind of give you the high level to anyone that's watching this, but then I want Matt and Linda to jump in because I'm sure I'm missing a lot of things. So I actually, this was about a month ago, I really just fell onto watch party by mistake. And we actually did a Friday, what do we call this again? what it was?
Hang out, happy hour.
Happy hour?
Happy hour. We did a Friday happy hour about this, I think, a month ago, how I had just done a Facebook Live. I had ended my Facebook Live. And then after you end your Facebook Live, which is now a recording on your profile, which needs to be public, you get an option that says, do you want to turn around and share this again as a party? So sometimes if you don't do Facebook Lives, you wouldn't notice it. But usually, like immediately after you finish a live, Facebook will give you the option and say, hey, do you want to share this again as a party? And so, so basically what that means is now you're sharing what you just did live, but when you share it as a party, it looks like it's live to the whole world, but now you, the person that did the Facebook Live, you're now the outsider looking in, and you can participate like any other participant. And so what I realize is that my lives usually get 5, 10 people on a good day. When I do watch parties, they're 20 plus. Like people just join in, because what happens is, first, when I'm doing a live, I can't invite people to my live because I'm talking. And so I can't be like talking and on my phone and sharing. And the more you ask people, please share, nobody shares. Okay? Unless they're me, nobody shares. And so you're all by yourself in this live, or randomly people will join in. Well, when I go into a watch party where now I'm actually sharing a live, but now I'm the participant in the background, and I have time now to invite, share, which is what I do for you guys when you guys do your lives. All of a sudden, my watch parties go from 5 as a Facebook Live to 25 and plus when I do a watch party. So that's been really huge for me, is the comments, from 20, 30 comments, now there's hundreds of comments back and forth. So that's really cool, obviously, for SEO and for the interaction. That's basically what I learned. The other few things that I've learned, interesting, kind of like what Gina happened, I did happen to learn that it's better to do a watch party after you've done the live, and not to share that same live. You actually could turn it into a video, like a clean video, take off all the little junk, and then push it on and save it into your profile, into your Facebook profile, whether it's your personal or a group, and then say, hey, you guys want to come to my party? And now they're going to come into this Facebook Live, and it's a really clean, because, a lot of us, this is how we start Facebook Live. I think I'm live. Am I live? Anybody on live? And if you invite someone to your watch party, that's what they see for the first 10 minutes. It's really annoying. And so what you do is you cut off all that stuff, and you have another watch party with a really nice. Yeah.
So can you have a watch party with any video that you have?
Well, see, that seems to be the issue. And I'm going to add another element to what you said, Mariette, because my lives are not really live. My lives are, I go to share my screen and share a Chrome tab. So on my Chrome tab, I have YouTube open. YouTube is where the premiere comes. So when you schedule a YouTube video, you're not going to make it public. First, you upload it as private first, and then you schedule it for a certain time. Then it becomes a premiere. There's a little checkbox that you mark off and call it premiere. You tell it what time you want it to premiere. So at that time that the YouTube is premiering, I was going on to Facebook Live and watching the premiere. So the video I was watching was not actually live, and it wasn't live in the sense that you're talking about, that, you're talking to people and you can't invite people. I am at a step back watching this premiere with everyone. I can invite people, and to me, it's like the watch party. However, the watch party, I think Facebook is really promoting a lot more than the live now. So you're right, it is going out to everyone. What I'm having a hard time with on the watch party is finding my videos. I do put them up. I do put them up public, but I don't think I have as much of a following as we'll say you do, Mariette. So I can't find it. even when I do a search, I can find older videos, but it won't allow me to find the video that just premiered.
But
So-
you can find your, like, if you, so the video that you're sharing, it's not a video that, let's say, if it's this one we're doing now, don't you save this YouTube as an MP4 where you can find it on your desktop or on your hard drive?
It's a Zoom video. It's an MP4, yes, and
Right.
saved to my hard drive. At that point, I upload it to YouTube as
Right.
private.
Without having to I get that you're doing that part, which that's really interesting. But even at the point where you're just trying to find this video today, you can just add it like as if you added any MP4 off of your.
I can, but it skips over the YouTube. What I was trying to do was promote my YouTube channel and get more viewers. Seems like no matter what I do with YouTube, that I am still like very low watching, very, the numbers just aren't there. Not like Facebook.
Got it.
So there's a couple parts that might help with some of this. One of the first ones that I've learned more recently with Facebook, you have the ability that, like Mary was talking about, if you upload a video to Facebook, you can save it to your either a page, your own personal area, a group, wherever you wish. But if you save it there, it's easier to access it and to then post it and do what you want. But there's some caveats with doing all of that. First, I should say it's actually best to do that because Facebook does not like you sharing something outward bound, which is where what you've been doing with like streaming using Google to share a tab was very creative because it was a kind of a workaround that they couldn't see what you were doing to that aspect. So it's pretty neat. When you save a video to Facebook, depending on if it's on a page or a group, you do not have the ability to choose or upload a thumbnail. So you would have to have something at the beginning, or you would start the thing off by going and staying there for a bit. So you could choose like an image that it will give you like 10 different ones, but you can't actually load a thumbnail over like you would in YouTube. On a personal page, you can. Drives me nuts that you can do that. But you also have the ability at that point with the video, you can tag who's in it by putting their names in. It will automatically get tagged out to all of those people. You can change title, change description, do a whole bunch of other powerful things to get it spread out. Additionally, if you're going to do a live stream, one of the things that you can do, I'm actually setting the one up for tomorrow that we were just talking about, tag people onto the live stream that you want to be notified about it, and they'll be notified about the live stream of the event right away. So either putting their names into the description or tagging them as people. So that way, like for Mariette, that means she would not have to be trying to do the whole out to everybody all at the exact same time. With Zoom, because if I remember correctly, you have the webinar version also with Zoom.
No, I have the basic.
Okay. So that is where, so you then you could actually go from Zoom live stream. I know that you actually always prefer to like go back, record it, so forth. You could, in a sense, do the same idea with Zoom where you played the Zoom video through, like if you did a share your screen and you were to stream live to a custom stream, you could go straight to YouTube.
I was on support with Zoom today, and they said that like I pay for it, but I have the cheaper one, and they said that you cannot do like a Facebook Live setup with the one that I had. I had to pay another, I think it was $50 a month to add the webinar version, that I cannot do the link and all that stuff that you had done in your video. They said I don't have the account for that.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
So I was on with support. They looked my account up for me while I was on support, because I was trying to set it up, and they said you don't have the
Not
way.
another $50 though. It's just $50.
No, it was $50 a month, $49 a month extra to do it.
She doesn't have the webinar one, is what she's saying, Mariette. So
Extra.
Because
I
I
the
paid
one
$50.
below that, yeah.
Mhm,
It's
that's
not
what I mean.
another $50.
It's 50 total instead of
Yeah.
whatever I pay yearly.
Yeah, it's $50 a month total. It's not another $50.
Oh, because she told me it was $49 more a month to have the whatever version, and I just said no, I'm not doing that. Available on apps.
And we're already paying, what, $100 a year or something for the lower
Yes,
version?
it's
I'm
very
not
cheap.
doing that.
I think it's 150 a year.
Oh, is it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So,
But I have
so
to put my account and everything, so that's
part
why.
of what I really, really wanted to do, Matt, was to supercharge my YouTube. And by leaving YouTube out, I completely, all the views that I get in Facebook are not counted in YouTube.
Okay, all the views you get. Okay, exactly. So, and your goal is to, you said supercharge YouTube. You want to boost that up, right?
Right.
The area I would recommend, because they're trying really hard to grow it, is we would figure out a way to get you to be able to do a live stream, if you will, straight to YouTube instead of uploading a video. And I understand it's not the actual way that you're trying to do it. So figure it out would be a
How do
secondary.
you get it on Facebook later?
I think you can download to an MP4 from YouTube. If you actually put it up there and it's your account and it's yours, you do have the option to download it as an MP4, and then you could bring it up to Facebook. But then it makes this disconnect between YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook has been fine for me. It's YouTube that I want to bump up. My ratings are like, in the toilet.
Do they, what if you don't actually have them at the exact same time necessarily? So, because if you think about it, while it would be nice because you'd have YouTube and Facebook people all like watching at the same time, well, there's probably some overlap on both, right? So it doesn't hurt to have them at two separate times anyways.
Right, that's true. That's true. But the whole idea that I was thinking of was if it's a live event, I wanted to see the premiere live. But that's a possibility. That is a possibility, Matt.
I like the idea with the premiere. I think I would actually say keep doing that, and then the Facebook, most stuff it seems like with Facebook is on the replay anyways, right? So if you focus, I like the idea because if you're going against the grain, you're like, hey, I'm going to be doing this live. I'm going to be doing this premiere event on YouTube though, guys. You're going to have to go to YouTube to go see it. And then after it's done, the replay is on Facebook and you open it up to everybody. Maybe it's a different perspective to go after it.
That's okay. Okay, you know what? I will try that tomorrow. I will premiere an hour earlier and then go on Facebook and do the live and try and bring it up as a watch party from YouTube.
We can always connect on a Saturday and just kind of push some buttons if you'd like.
Not this Saturday. You got things going on and I got things going on, but it would be wonderful to do that.
However I can help. So
thank you. Appreciate it. So Mariette, do you understand the differences between the premiere
Yeah,
YouTube?
I understand, and I think you're doing something totally different. That's, I think, a big thing too, is that you were trying to like find it through the Chrome, and then you're doing it through a Premiere, especially if someone's watching. And then I was doing it where I was actually doing a real live, saving that as a video, and then pushing that same video out again. So it's very easy for me to go and click on start a watch party because the video is already there. I don't really have to do anything. So it's a different way of doing it. And I think, again, the only learning thing, the big learning curve for me was that it has to be public, and also the fact that it's always better to clean it a little bit so you can clean up all that like first 3 to 5 minutes of trying to connect and all that, because no one wants to sit through that at a watch party.
They'll drop it. Right. Yeah, that's the prime piece where they'll just drop. Yeah.
I was on one with you, Mariette, that you were doing your own watch party and posting to it, and I'm like, oh, this is weird because she's not typing anything. So it'd be kind of cool if you could do a watch party of a watch party of a watch party. I'd be like,
we can figure that out. Let's teach you how to do a watch party. So let's go watch.
Well, I've been watching
of your own watch party of your own watch party.
In my head.
Heather and Liz have been playing with it too.
Oh, Heather and Liz?
Pardon?
Heather and Liz?
Yes, on the Appy Hour.
Yeah.
So, check their stuff out.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning to quite talk about it yet, but I figured out some of the final missing details of why we keep having the issues Marriott is talking about, where we're like, okay, we go live, have we gone live? What channels can we go live to or not? And very soon I was going to set up a class for people like on a weekend. And on purpose, I'm going to set it up and limit it to 10 people. Because what I want to do is be able to like show how it's done. This won't be live streamed. This would be private for everybody. And then actually help each person go through and make that connection themselves the first time.
Can I be one of the 10?
Yeah, I will get more details together, and probably next weekend would be when I was thinking it would actually be at. But we'll keep it limited in limited groups so we can really make a difference and help.
Awesome. That would
Are you saying that you can get us to the point where we're not having those 2 to 3 minutes of downtime? That's what you're going to teach us?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want that too. I want it.
Got 2 attendees, 2 seats taken already. All righty. I'm going to change the subject entirely. Dennis has a funny video of Seattle. Dennis, are you with us? You're muted. Let me unmute you. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Make it big. Make it full screen. Gosh.
Amazing.
Imagine that poor bus driver. He saw that.
People in there.
That's not even an articulated bus. Sometimes an articulated bus will do that. You
It
want
didn't
articulate?
hit anything other than that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That poor bus driver, when that pole was coming, it was coming right at him.
There are a
Is
lot
that-
of
is
there
that
are a
Capitol
lot of
Hill?
hills. There are a lot of hills in Seattle.
Yeah, is that Capitol Hill? That's 43, right?
Might be, could be.
Yeah.
Okay. We can stop sharing now.
Yeah. Let's see.
So that's what's happening in Seattle right now. Or when did that happen? Yesterday?
No, it happened last week sometime.
Yeah, I saw it last week. That's
Crazy
wild.
weather.
That's wild.
Get a lot of that in Seattle, especially with cars that try to make up the hill and they slide back fishtailing way down.
Bum, 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 bum.
I used to fill my trunk with cinder blocks when I was in college. I couldn't afford the snow tires.
Well,
Yeah,
my
one time I was on a
Subaru
bus
has
with-
been wonderful in the snow. All-wheel drive makes a difference for sure.
One time I was on a bus when it snowed and they had a guy sitting in the front with a bucket of sand. Every time he stopped, he'd get out and throw sand into the wheels.
What a team.
You know, do you really need to be somewhere that bad? I'm really, really rethinking that whole situation. If it's going to be snowing and nasty, to me, it just is not worth having to get a new car. It's not worth even my life, you know? Just stay
So
home.
go-
The beauty of working remotely.
Pardon?
The beauty of working remotely is, some of us
Today-
don't have to get out in that mess.
Today was the
Exactly.
first day I went out, and the hardest part was just getting on my driveway.
Now you know that that's like a sign, turn around and go back in the house.
Well, I had to go out and get some food, so I didn't have much time.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to eat. Not enough milk and bread.
That's exactly it.
Oh, man.
I just want to know, who are those 11 people that want to be Dennis's friends on Facebook?
What?
That's still showing.
That's all I was. Sorry, I squirrel. I saw the bus. I just wanted to know who's all these 11 friends. I don't have 11 friends that want to be my friend.
I don't know. I rarely use Facebook.
It doesn't pay attention to that.
No, I don't.
Tagging you.
I use Twitter as my one that I use. I don't.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
That's just like the 5,000 emails that you have.
No, 65,000.
65,000. Yeah.
You're a Twitter guy, Dennis? What are you on Twitter? What's your Twitter handle?
What's your handle?
Dennis LT 313, I think, or Dennis LT, I think.
Dennis LT?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm following you.
Is L your middle name?
Yeah, Lynn, like Dennis Lynn.
Oh.
Okay, so we have like 5 minutes left. We can either talk about Sarah and her gallery co-op or Larry and the differences between Gmail, G Plus, and G Suite and what's going away. What do we want to talk about?
Either way, if you want to stay in the both.
Can I vote for Gina? Nothing against you, Sarah, but can I hear Larry talk about Gina?
Yeah, I'm curious of what's going on. I'm like, wait a minute, So I know that G Plus is going away.
Correct.
But that's all I know about. So is there
G
something
Plus
else?
is going away for the unpaid G.
Oh, that's right.
Is they're all interconnected. You have one Google account. Google
Right.
Plus, you have Gmail, G Suite, you have one email for all of that.
I assume that they just turn off, if you're not going to pay for it, they're going to turn off the G Plus feature
Right.
of your
I can't see them
account.
taking away Gmail. They really have to give us more notice than that.
They're not going to take away Gmail, are they?
That'd be huge.
My YouTube videos are linked to
They're
that.
not going to take away Gmail.
They're
They
not
better
gonna
not
take
touch
away-
my.
And Gmail's attached to your YouTube, so.
All my music videos are on that.
I do believe that. Well, this is one reason why I wanted to bump up my YouTube.
Forget MTV. We got Dennis TV in the
Videos
house.
and he can't lose his 65,000 emails.
Right.
Larry, have the floor.
Dennis's stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I don't
That'll
have
take a
the
whole month just by itself.
I don't have the answers. I was asking the question.
Jeez.
So it's to my knowledge, and the things that I have read and the emails that they've given me, it's just G Plus that's going away.
Me too, that's what I've read.
And that's my understanding. Although I'm beginning to really feel like anything that's free, expect it to not be free forever. Expect at some point that you're going to pay something.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Dropbox was free for years. And if you sign someone on, you got a gigabyte of data free.
Mm-hmm.
Not any longer.
Yeah, once they have that brand recognition. Well, it's like Veeam, all the ones that are offering, cool deals for the accountants is like, for how long?
For how long? Right. Exactly.
Always remember, when it's free, you are the product.
That's right. You're playing with someone else's.
You're beta testing.
So it's not even your data that you're putting out there, even though you're doing it.
Except for Better Sync.
All right. Do we have any time left? We're at 5:58.
Go ahead, Sarah, you're on.
So I'm curious. Okay, I rarely get new clients, so I'm all excited to not only have a new client, but a for-profit. So except the issue with the nonprofits is the owners change all the time. It's not like a carpet store where I've known the owner since the 80s and you have a relationship and you build this long-term relationship with your client. With a nonprofit, that client, it's like getting a new client all the time. Directors are coming and going, staff's coming and going. So that's really where my fatigue is. So, but this is an interesting niche. Art galleries that are co-ops. So we have a corporation and we have 32, well now they've been around since the 70s, so they've got basically the same 32 artists long-term, and they all own stock, so there's 32 stockholders, so they're all owners, and they each have to commit to like a 4-hour shift a month. So they all are, taking care of the store. And the co-op doesn't own any inventory. Every artist has their own inventory, and it's coming and going. They're going to shows. And so there's no way for me to track what's in the building.
Each artist would have to, right?
Mm-hmm. So anyway, very interesting. So it's fascinating to me. But I know with all this automation, everybody's talking about automation, but you come into a company that's working well, but it's manual. So I just thought if I threw some thoughts out there, maybe some ideas, they, after the fact, write up in a spreadsheet the artist number, there's the day. They might have 15 sales a day. 15 sales. One ticket might have 1 artist to 3 artists on it, and the gross amount. They're not typing the description like the bird painting or whatever.
Right.
So the spreadsheet is very simple, but the spreadsheet then squirrels off into little reports for every artist and the share that they're owed. It's a percentage cut. Anyway, it's interesting because I can set up QuickBooks there at the office at their, they have Wi-Fi. They're willing to get a computer. Maybe it could be as simple. We do have a manager. So I think what I did right off the bat was I said, look, don't rock the boat. I said, we're starting all new books and everything. We're going to keep it really simple. They're so excited about direct deposit, they can't stand it. That was the win. I was like, ding, 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 ding. We're going with her. And but keep them with their little receipt book. So how many gift shops or little shops do you walk in and people are still handwriting those receipt books? So it's the white and the pink and the yellow. And it works for them. Now with some stores you have inventory, but they do have an inventory number and a description that they freehand on the ticket. So in order to show the artist what they've sold, they lay out all the stacks. They sort all the tickets by artist. If there's 1 or 2 sales, 2 different artists on a ticket, they set those aside because they have to Xerox and cut those out. So that was awesome. So then you have a little stack of tickets for the whole month and their little report with their check, and that's what they get every month.
You need Receipt Bank for receivables.
Well,
Are they open? Are they open to an accounting platform?
They're open to they are open, but what the thing is one day I'll have somebody who's savvy and the next one I have 83-year-old, and all they're used to doing is just writing this little book. So I'm going to keep it manual for now, but I can recreate it and then get some ideas of how I would automate that.
Well, I kind of like what Gina's suggesting because you can at least have a photo is not hard to do, right? So
no.
Take that photo, it comes up to you a little bit faster. So you can have it
like the 15 tickets for the day.
Yeah. Okay. You can at least have that in like a receipt bank or a HubDoc. With HubDoc, you can on a Xero platform push in the AR. You cannot do that on the QuickBooks side. And then Receipt Bank, you could, because it is more collaborative on there, so you can have more users, right, with basic needs. That would be a nicer way to house that, just to have a digital document of that. So so that would be an easy way. That'd be a quick way for me, because even HubDoc has a really nice app. You go click, 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 and I have my 15 tickets. Okay. And what I like, what do you do with it? Because this is handwritten. Yeah, but
it doesn't matter. It's the same as if you were to get a receipt at a restaurant. You take a picture of it, you scan it in, and you attach it to whatever it is that you're going to do. There's that caveat, though.
Oh, you're talking about when I do the bill side, I could attach it
as like a sales receipt or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So real quickly though, the people that the consignment goes paid out to, how often does that change?
That you could use a very simple method would be using GoPayment. You can have a picture of all the and that would synchronize with your QBO. but it would be a simple way to get the rep on there, to get the receipt in there, and have it automatically sync with your QuickBooks.
There you go.
So you're talking about, so what kind of transactions we're talking? We're talking about a sales receipt. That every ticket would be a sales receipt.
And then your items would be the artist.
And so, because what I was thinking about, I've 31, 32 artists. I have an item list is just the artist.
Exactly.
I need to be able to freehand the duck painting. And eventually I could get them doing that at the counter. And I just want to go, because they're worried about if it gets real busy and they have to type. So they're not used to typing.
Right.
I'm like, 15
The
sales
only way you're not going to is to figure out a POS system, and I don't think a POS system work.
No, because they had another company come in, and well, one gallery in town has a POS system, and each artist is in charge of coming in, and they'll actually come in. Some of them bring them in Excel, and there's a manager or something that actually takes the Excel and adds inventory with Excel. That one's a little. You probably, does that sound right, Brandon?
Yeah, with POS, that's not hard. I'm not even talking about a POS system.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking of the other galleries in town. One of the artists says they have a point of sale system, and every artist is in charge of adding their inventory.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but you don't really want to add inventory. That just makes it so much more complicated.
The only
and I'm really thinking that each artist is an item. Then you can send those item reports. You know, you can make them and bake them any way that you want to.
Okay, how about this? So I can capture sales per artist. I could probably freehand, a little description or whatever, even make a
when you're doing the sales receipt or whatever.
And that'll take care of sales tax, and that'll do all that. And then now he's got these macros that says, okay, say it's 75, 25, and you sell $100. It actually splits it out and says how much goes to the payable and how much.
But that sounds like that's just a calculation.
Can it just be a journal?
So again, you're doing your item reports.
Yeah.
Sending it to Excel, and then manipulating it there.
That's a great idea. Take the item reports, drop it in Excel, and make that my. Yeah, that'd be quick. That would be so quick. Okay, and then now I have the burden of keying in 32 checks. I could memorize
do that or not. You know what I mean? If you want to keep QuickBooks simple and just put the income in, you're not going to do that, and you're going to keep all that thing the way that they're doing it in their manual method now, or you've got to get it into QuickBooks somehow.
Right. I was thinking of having two QuickBooks files, one for the general ledger and payroll, all that, and then like the guy's been doing with his system is just journal entries, but he's keeping all the detail and all that in Excel. So I was thinking about doing two QuickBooks files, something that it can stay in a Q box or stay online, or something that the store can use that I can get my hands on it. Okay, this is going to be fun to put this together.
Yes.
I love puzzles like this.
You have to let us know how it works out. And
well, the first thing I asked is, please tell me somebody's got those artists in a spreadsheet.
All righty, well, we are done. The half hour goes fast when you're having fun, right?
Thank you for your help.
So the premiere party will be at 10 tomorrow. We'll see you all then.
Got it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a nice weekend.